rapaz, olha o Gabriel, olha o gol do 12.000! Gol! Nenhum time no mundo chegou a essa marca. Só o Alvinegro da Vila, só o maior de todos, o Santos Futebol Clube, o maior time do mundo, faz o gol 12.000 com o menino Gabriel Barbosa. 23 minutos, segundo tempo. Santos 4, Botafogo 1 e pintou o gol 12.000 do Peixe com Gabriel.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Santos FC English podcast. My name is Andre Osgard and I'm joined by Cameron Mayer and we are here to talk about the upcoming Paulista. Hello Cameron.
Hello.
What are your expectations for the Paulista?
I think it's good to get to would be semi-final. I think at the moment we are the fourth best club in Sao Paulo. I think Palmeiras have overtook us in the last few months. I think got some brilliant signings of like Aruca. We've gone for most of them. I think we've made some okay signings in the transfer window, but as a whole, I don't think we're that much stronger than last year. I think semi-final. I think would be a good place to get to. You never know what happens once you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's been a tradition the last years that we have reached the final. We've won most of them as well. What do you think the fans expect?
Obviously, the fans expect to win the Paulista. They probably expect to win every competition we play in, but obviously it's not possible. But I mean, realistically, the fans should be expecting semi-final, and if whatever happens from there, I think
it's a very interesting setup in the Paulista as well, and it's a bit of a lottery how it goes, and a lot of the weaker sides are actually quite good.
Yeah.
So it will be very interesting to see how we manage. The first match is against Ituano this Sunday. How do you think that will go, and what are your expectations for that game?
I think we'll win. I think we're at home. Yeah.
We're at home. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll win. I think it'll be quite comfortable. I don't think there'll be anything like the final last season. I think they played better than what they are. I think they have some good players in the team, but they really overachieved last year, I think.
Can we expect a big win right off the bat?
Not big, I think, with players like Gabriel missing, and not everyone's registered, are they? But I think 3-1, maybe 2-0. It's comfortable. I think it'll be a comfortable win. I don't think it'll be anything special. I think it'll be first game back, everyone's getting into the swing of things, and I think it'll be just a decent win.
So, the game versus Ituano on Sunday. Who do you think should start?
For me, the team should be, again, based around the youth in the Paulista. I would start Gasparato, Gustavo Henrique, David Chibrais.
Yeah, because he's the captain now, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I think at his best he's brilliant. I really do. I think he's got ability, but then he lacks concentration and possibly maturity to be captain. So it's hard to.
It's probably because he has been in the club for such a long time. And
yeah, he's experienced. He's probably one of the most experienced players in the team, other than Delano.
And for the fullbacks,
I would play Zeka. The only left back we've got, and on the right, Cecina.
That's decent.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I think in midfield we should look to play Alisson, Lucas Lima, and Ilana, maybe, and then Robinho, Giovanni, and Carlo Oliveira. Yeah, I think.
Decent. We finally found out today that Santos has paid off their unpaid wages to all the players and the staff, but we still haven't paid the image rights. That looks promising, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a start. Obviously, the financial situation at the club's not great, but yeah, I think it is promising. I think it's a good start. I mean, you can't carry on with unpaid wages for too long, so it's a good thing. Further down the line, I think we'll be in a bit of trouble, but for now, I think, yeah.
Because if we continue this way, we'll lose more players.
Yeah, we will. It's hard because it goes from, there's a bigger problem, I think. It's not just at Santos, it's at a lot of clubs in Brazil, and you got to get to like the root of it. You got to get to where it starts, and it's hard to even identify that as well. It's a massive thing with Brazilian clubs. There's massive problems everywhere, all through the clubs, from the president all the board members down, or even to the fans. So it doesn't look like it's going to improve anyway.
Speaking of losing players, we found out today that Aruca has joined Palmeiras. He wrote a letter to the fans trying to explain why he did as he did, and my opinion is that if you don't get paid for 4 months and the club doesn't seem to show any promise whether you're going to get paid, I don't see why I should blame him.
Yeah, I think he's not done anything wrong. And obviously the fans are going to be annoyed, and personally I'm not. I think he's a great servant to the club. I think he was fantastic for the amount of time he was here. I think he never put a foot wrong. He gave 100% and he was brilliant. I genuinely think he was fantastic. In 2011 he was unbelievable. I think we should just respect his decision and think about how good he was when he was here and what he did for us, what trophies he
because he has given us many trophies.
Yeah, he is a very good player. So I mean, yeah, I think he's a very good player, and I think we've got to respect his decision to move. He obviously wanted to stay in São Paulo, so yeah, you can't argue with what John. Santos fans are confusing at times anyway, so I don't understand them.
No, me neither. I get a lot of hate today when I said I support his decision. I may have used the wrong words, but I tried to say I understand why he did as he did, and he should be honored for his service at the club.
I think he should.
And he's done brilliant for us. He's been a very, very good role model for the team. Last year he actually started scoring as well.
Yeah, which is weird, yeah.
So,
but he's just shown over the last however many years that he's gave everything to the club. Every game he's played at. So you can't hate him for leaving. I mean, if that's the case, just hate every player that ever leaves. You can't do that.
A new season in Brazil, that means a whole lot of new faces. So far we have signed 6 players, and the latest one was confirmed today. That's Vanderlei from Curitiba. He's a goalkeeper and will replace Aranha, that also went to Palmeiras. We have Marquinhos Gabriel, Valencia, Ricardo Oliveira, and Elano, and Chiquinho. He is very versatile and can play all the positions on the left side, and I'm very excited to see how he will play for us, and I think he could be one of the more interesting signings for us this window.
Like you said, he's versatile and he can play a number of positions, so that's useful to have in the squad. I don't think he'll be a starter every week, but I think he just adds a bit of experience and a bit of...
And the returning Elano, you think he will get many games, and can he be an important player this year?
As to games, I think he'll play I think he should play a small part. He will be useful in terms of experience and teaching the younger players. That'll be invaluable. He should be coming in the end of games and playing in the smaller games. He's a bit old now, isn't he?
I hope that he is mostly there to contribute with his experience towards the youth.
I mean, in that sense, it's a good signing because he's got a lot of experience, top clubs. So
another good news is that most of these players are on short contracts and not so huge wages, and we had Damião earlier that had a huge wage, and now that he's off to Cruzeiro on a loan, that will free a lot of money. Do you think we will miss Aranha?
Yeah, I think he was an important figure at the club, experienced and a big player in the dressing room, so I think we will miss him, yeah, but I don't think we'll necessarily struggle without him. I think Vanderlei is a good replacement.
The new president, Modesto Roma, has showed hope today with the announcement that all the players and staff has been paid the unpaid wages, and that shows hope for the future. I'm very excited to see what will happen this year and how the team will do in the firstly the Paulista, and I think we should take it from there. It's kind of embarrassing that we don't have any main shirt sponsor, and we're actually using Santos TV as our shirt sponsor. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Yeah, that's pretty pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. I think
this Paulista, I personally mean we should build a team around the youngsters, as you mentioned before, and more importantly, we should build it around our striker Gabigol. What's your opinion on Gabigol's season?
Yeah, I think this is his year. I mean, it sounds a bit cliche, but this is his season that he needs to break out and really put his name on the map. You know what I mean? I think obviously people have heard of him before, but I think this is his season that he needs to really score goals and be a key player for Santos. And I do think that we should build a team around him. I think he should be the player the team's built around. I know we've got players like Lucas Lima, Rubinho and Giovanni who are brilliant players, but Gabigol is the future of this club, and I think that he should play near enough every game. He should be given the opportunities that Neymar was given. If you look at the stats, Gabigol's first season did bring more goals than Neymar, but in the second season I think Neymar scored 42 goals, which is the kind of level Gabigol need to be at in terms of goal scoring.
What's interesting is that at 17, Gabigol actually has scored more goals at Santos than Neymar did at 17. That doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, because Gabigol is more of a striker and goal scorer than
True,
Neymar
but
is.
yeah, like I said, Neymar at 18 scored 42 goals in his second season, I think. And I know Gabigol is good, but for him to score 42 goals next season, that's a big ask.
Yeah, it is indeed.
42 is a lot of goals.
Interesting that you mentioned that he is a well-known player already, because if not daily, at least every other day, I get questions in my Twitter feed asking about the player, and I want him to my team, I want him to my team. Everyone says it.
Yeah,
what's funny is that probably none of these people have seen him play. They just see his Twitter hype.
Yeah.
But I think it's deserved, because he's a very, very good player.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
But what I am very angry about is when he plays at Brazil under 20s, he's scouted by a lot of scouts, and a lot of people around the world are watching, and he's played so out of position. People are like, this guy is not good. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't score goals. And this pisses me off, because if he played as a striker, he would probably score a lot of goals. But when he played at right wing, neither is he fast or any technical. So he's played out of position, and I think it's very sad, because he doesn't get his opportunity to shine.
Yeah, you've got a point, but at least if he's playing bad for Brazil, then he can stay at us for a bit longer.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Very good point. Please play bad when the world is watching.
I think the scouts. People that watch him on a consistent basis know how good he is. There's no doubt about that. I mean, people have referred to him as the next Neymar, and he's not that type of player. He's completely different. He is more of an out-and-out striker. He scores probably just as many goals, but again, he's technically not as good as Neymar. He can't dribble it as good as Neymar. Yeah, it does frustrate me when I see a video on YouTube like next Neymar.
Exactly.
It's like,
you don't get that because he don't do these tricks.
Yeah, he's not like Neymar at all. He's more, I say Sergio Aguero, but that's the player that he reminds me quite a bit of.
But you also let his goals talk for him. And what I also like is that he has this great charisma.
Yeah, he does. I think he's a very clever player. I think his movement and his positioning off the ball is fantastic. I think he can play a number of positions. Even I think he's best up as a striker, out-and-out striker, but he can play just off the front man. I think he's got a great left foot, and he's strong as well. He holds the ball up well.
Last season he became top scorer in the cup. Do you think he will become top scorer in any tournaments this season?
I think he has a very good chance of becoming Campeonato Paulista top scorer.
That would be huge. I would love that.
I don't see why not. I think he can. But like we said, he misses the first game, or the first two games maybe.
That's been the first edition of the Santos FC English podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, or tweet us at Santos FC English if you have anything you want us to discuss in a future podcast, or have any tips, because we are pretty new at this. The first game is this Sunday against Ituano at Villa Belmiro. It's at 7:30 local time, 9:30 GMT, and 10:30 CET.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Obviously, we're quite new to this, so any feedback would be welcome, and we'd take it on board. Adios.
Goodbye. See you next time.